Boxing King Media in association with Boxroad. Delighted to be joined by Andy Clarke. Andy working on Sky today. We're here for the Eubank Smith 2 second fight. Before we get to the fight, we've got to plug some natural chocolate. Andy's wife makes natural chocolate with no crap in it, no preservatives. It's all organic. It's a small business, so we want to plug it out there. So, Andy, I want you to tell the people where they can buy this chocolate from, and you're going to show it to them as well.
I am indeed. So I've been promising this man that I would bring some for him for ages, and after his recent health episode, shall we say, I thought now is the time to show him a bit of love. I'm not sure if he's allowed it at the minute, to be honest, but you know, we'll let the medical professionals and your missus worry about that. So it's called Lucoco chocolate, Lucocoa. You can find it at lucocochocolate.com. And really what it's about is there's no artificial sweeteners or refined sugar, so it's all coconut sugar and a natural superfood, a sweetener called lucuma. So there's very few ingredients in each bar. It's high quality stuff. Highest grade of beans. She imports the beans from Dominican Republic, Guatemala, Belize and Haiti. Roasts them all up, grinds them all up. There's everything in the factory. And yeah, it makes them into bars. So there's a milk chocolate and there's a matcha as well. So I can't go quite as far as to say that it's really good for you, because it is still very calorific, but it's better for you than standard stuff you'll usually find on the shelf. And there's hot chocolate as well. And the hot chocolate I have to say is an absolute banger. Really is. So anyway, that's it.
And the company's called Lucoco.
Lucoco, yeah, that's it.
And what's the website? Did you mention the website?
lucocochocolate.com.
I'm going to put the link up. I'll pin it to the comments. So hopefully people, if they want to buy it, jump on.
Quite a lot of people in lockdown bought it actually, because I did a few, in boxing I did a few sort of little videos, because I went and helped her out and worked for her basically for about 3 months, which was good to start with, and then towards the end complete and utter misery. But she just kept like a trainer, just like keeps on sending his fighter out for another round when really he should throw in the towel. She just kept pushing me back out. Yeah, so anyway, people got behind it a little bit, which was really cool. There was, you know, if you were one of those people, we really appreciated it, because lockdown was, you know, it was pretty daunting when it happened, because we just moved into new premises. But in the end, it actually worked out okay.
Good stuff. Well, I'll let everyone know how good it is when I pin the comment to the top. So please, guys, do jump on the website. Andy, we've just seen the press conference. So just, you can put it down if you want. Yeah. So we've seen the press conference. The biggest thing I picked up from that was Liam Smith saying to Eubank, who are you going to blame this time? Do you think mind games are going to play a big factor in this fight? And also the mental side of it for Chris to come back?
Yeah, the mental side of it for Eubank's massive, isn't it? Because something happened in January that it's not just that he thought it wouldn't happen, he thought that it couldn't. He's been hurt in sparring, he'll have felt punches in fights, obviously. The idea that no one's ever been hurt is nonsense really, but he'd never been really wobbled that I can remember, certainly never been dropped, nothing like that had ever happened to him. And he didn't seem to really accept that was something that could happen. And that's quite a dangerous mentality, because then when it does happen, it can make it a lot worse. But that can also go the other way. It could be that it's happened to him now, and actually it wasn't that bad. He'll have hated it, of course, but it just depends how he has managed to get over it or not get over it. I kind of feel like he's the type of character who can get over it, but that won't necessarily be enough. It's what's he got left? You know, we talk about the old Eubank, how relentless he was and how full of energy he was, and that was generally at super middleweight. And I just wonder whether in his nearly mid-30s now, at 160, whether he's still got that same engine and therefore that same punch resistance.
The interesting thing is that I don't think I've seen any expert pick Eubanks to get revenge. If I put it down to percentages, how much of a percentage chance do you think he's got?
God, it's really hard to say, because, you know, because of the things we don't know. You can only go off the evidence that you've got, and that win in the first fight was so comprehensive. And okay, he did land a few uppercuts in the third round, but Liam tucked up pretty well, and it's not like they caused him any kind of a problem. I think you'd have to go 70-30 Smith. You still got to remember that Eubank, for a lot of people, he was maybe a slight favourite going into the first fight, I know a lot of people who thought Liam could win, just not in the way that he did it. But it was so comprehensive, that opening, that first fight between them. If you're picking Eubank, you're having a punt, you're having a shot in the dark. You've maybe been kind of seduced. I don't know what the odds are, but you've maybe been kind of seduced by the odds, or you've got some kind of affiliation with him. There's no real logic attached to it.
Interesting stuff. And on the undercard, we've got FRAZER, Clarke and Dave Allen stands out. A lot of people are writing Dave Allen off, but I spoke to FRAZER off camera and he said he sparred Dave and he knows Dave, more than likely this fight will go the distance. Do you see it like that?
Yeah, probably. I don't see Dave beating FRAZER, but at the same time, I do find what he's been saying recently quite convincing. When that fight was made, I didn't really like it. I think when Dave retired a while ago, I was pleased. I thought it was the right thing to do, but he's had a few fights since, but they've been easy. He's been training with Nigel Travis, Jamie Moore for this one, finished off camp in Manchester, made that kind of commitment. And he is, like you say, his world's changed. He's had a kid, he's got another one on the way. He can box, he's got some ability. He doesn't want to get back in there and trade off this, look how many punches I can take kind of attitude, because it's not responsible now, given his kind of family situation. And sometimes what happens outside of the ring can civilise a fighter, and it's not a good thing, but sometimes it is. And I think with him it could be. And also, Jamie and Nigel aren't going to take somebody on if they've got nothing left. They're just not going to do it. Those are not guys who just for a paycheck are going to send someone out to get lined up for a shellacking. There's just no way. So their optimism, you have to take it seriously. But I would be surprised if FRAZER didn't win.
Last question I've got for you, Andy. We've seen a lot of people moan online about this being a pay-per-view card, but I noticed the live stream had nearly 20,000 people watching it. We tend to find them sort of numbers when it is a big fight. So do you think that kind of suggests that this is pay-per-view worthy?
I think so. I think the first one did better than they expected it to. I don't know the exact numbers for it, but there's basically, as I understand it, I stay out of all of this, but there's a magic number that you need to break even, and then on top of that, it's a win. And I think it exceeded that quite comfortably from what I know. This is the kind of thing you probably know more about than me. And for this one, yeah, I've always liked this fight, and I've always felt the rematch could be bigger than the first one. The Eubank factor it's there. I mean, it just is. All passed off without incident today, which was good. And the numbers for the gloves are off and behind the ropes and stuff like that have been pretty big. So I think there is an appetite for this.
100%. Well, I look forward to it. Andy, enjoy the fight night, and most importantly, guys, don't forget to jump on Lucoco.com.
Lucoco chocolate.
The Lucoco chocolate. Like I said, the link will be pinned to the comments, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Thanks very much.